This video is sponsored by Eldritch Foundry's Kickstarter, where they're expanding on their lineup of highly detailed miniatures with full color prints. The color engine they're presenting can simulate brush strokes digitally, which will show up in exact detail on delivery. I know a decent amount of people find peace when painting miniatures, but it's a skill that I never picked up, because it makes me want to smash the mini when I can't hold my hand still. But being able to simulate it, undo your brush strokes, and use a buttload of unique brushing styles, which they might even unlock more of, is like someone granting a wish that I didn't even know I made. I've been to their website several times because of just how customizable everything is, and Eldritch Foundry is basically doubling that with this campaign. All the tiers offer colored miniatures at ridiculously low prices, with some of the more involved tiers offering double-sized miniatures or even entire sets. Click the link below to check them out. Thank you for the sponsorship, and buckle up for a stupid video. You guys seem to really like these silly-ass combat uploads where I play D&D by myself in a dark room, and I haven't looked at anything in the new books up until now, so I really wanted to test out all the new classes in the worst way possible, by starting them all at level 1 and then killing them off, probably really fast. There is not that much else to explain, so I'm just gonna set the stage and get into it. Let's say the Lord of a small kingdom, we'll call it Lumbridge, has put out an epic quest to retrieve the Book of Truth, Enlightenment, Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice from the clutches of the evil and illiterate Dr. MacGuffin. In order to pick the best person for the job, in the most sensible way possible, the good King Doflamingo is holding a tournament for his people to prove themselves in combat. The last man, woman, or child standing takes on the quest. Death is optional during this bout, but not preferred. Without any reason for any further ado, let's move on to our contestants. First off, we have Prince Nanok, the late-night barbarian, son of Obrian the war chieftain, who somehow at level 1 has the ability to attack two people next to each other and roll a higher damage average thanks to his background. That's actually really cool. They made backgrounds incredibly powerful. Next up, we have Para Rapar the Rapper, whose freestyle roast raps are so toasty that he has killed 7 rival musicians. 2 of them did die from open dagger wounds, but hey, he's got a good flow in all cases. Tommy the Urge, the cleric thaumaturge, protector of the king's health, and also what the fuck did they do to clerics? There's a lot of these, I gotta move on. Turk from Disney's Tarzan, she'll be our stick-swinging druid. Pearl the Iron Wall, our fighter who's not allowed to fight with just shields, there's no shield bashing, so we're gonna play pretend. 100 Punches Man, the monk. Skepticus, the paladin, who hasn't made an oath yet, even though that's their whole thing. Fence Sitter the Ranger. I'm getting really tired of making all these weapon masteries, by the way. Star Wars the Rogue. Smurfette the Sorcerer. Cinnamon Toast Crunch the Warlock, who also doesn't have a patron. And McMerlin the Wizard. It took me like 3 hours to make all these idiots, but let's not waste your time. I want to see these people die. And that starts with the initiative. How the fuck did I roll 5 natural ones? What kind of an omen is that? That was almost half of them. Whatever, let's get to the top of the round. Para Rapar starts spitting his bars. Since he hates the direction that the Star Wars franchise has gone, he'll start this out by popping off a dissonant whispers against the Rogue One. The critical reviews begin to tear into the rogue's mind, but before the spell shatters their brain completely, they think fondly of Glup Shido and take minimal damage. Also, what the hell, D&D Beyond? Do you fucking hate me? Is that why you're giving me bad rolls and also you won't put my books on your website? No more digital rolling for me, I'm done with that. I want characters to die, not take 3 damage. Smurfette, take revenge for me. Use your innate sorcery thing to strengthen your spells and then blast his rapping ass with burning hands. Perfect, thank you. That's a lot of damage. I could make this whole thing just people taking continuous pot shots in a circle until their numbers choose for me, but let's shift up the strats a little bit with Tommy Urge and have him try to debuff people with the spell Bane. Darkness. Dang, it worked on all 3 targets, that never happens. He'll then close the distance between himself and Star Wars. Turk's turn. When making this character, I did think about them dropping an entangle, but for this turn specifically, it's probably better spent hitting the wizard with a very large shillelagh. And Turk, you fucking missed. And that takes your bonus action too. Turk, you suck. Now the wizard gets their turn, you absolute buffoon. As a smart little wizard, McMerlin has some magic missiles that we need to direct. I'm thinking maybe 2 of them on Turk and 1 of them on Fence Sitter. Let's roll those up. Man, what is this, first level? I really just want these people to start dropping like flies. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, what can you do? Oh shit, wait, Pact of the Chain is kind of cool now. I don't know what the hell a Sphinx of Wonder is, so let's retcon in a little skeleton. A skeleton that can only attack by replacing the Warlock's action, which is better spent casting Eldritch Blast, so that was a waste of time. Alright, cool. I don't know, kill the druid. Or fucking miss. That's awesome. Thank you. Fence sitter. You're gonna scoot to a more comfortable range and then try to ensnare the barbarian, which would be awful for him. Unless you fucking miss. God damn it. Moving on. The characters are spiting me, but this does feel accurate. With no allies and no cover, Star Wars can't really do anything but attack, and do it a second time with 2-weapon fighting. Oh, that's right, you got baned. The first attack still hits, cutting the cleric's concentration, which actually will cause the second attack to hit. Get his ass. That's 3 hit points left, but we're getting there. 100 punches, man. Do something. Just close in and finish that job. Thank God, somehow with 1 punch, he knocked the cleric's head clean off. But they don't call him 100 punches man for nothing, and he's got a mean left hand on his other arm. Damn, okay, a clean one to the jaw leaves Star Wars rattled but standing. Hey Nanok, you're standing over there with your 4 hand axes and a class probably designed to win this fight. Can you do something for me? Vengefully racing to the ranger, using a fucking swarm of abilities, rage, savage attacker, one of those stupid weapon mastery things, also aided by the damage from the previous magic missile, he kills the useless ass ranger. Oh hey, wait, fighters can do stuff. Blow me away, Pearl. Yeah, hit that fucking warlock. Thank God for low AC scores and savage attacks. 12 damage is enough to kill that guy. I double checked in my reading and I didn't see anything in the spell's description that says the familiar vanishes, so it'll stay on the field as a little cosmetic guy. Finally, we have death. Bring it home, Skepticus. Man, paladins have it great at level 1. I'm gonna have him try and take on the barbarian. Let's pop a searing smite and hit that hoe. Ah fuck, he's raging. So the sword damage gets halved, but the fire takes hold really, really well. No, we made it to round 2. Pararappa's corpse is smoldering, and the hype really fell down for that character. Smurfette, you have a second spell slot, right? Do that thing again. Burning Hands is great at level 1 and in future levels because it has damage assurance. Even if they beat the save, you're actually gonna do something. And that something makes Turk join Pararappa in the smoldering afterlife. And McMerlin dies too because he had 7 hit points. But Smurfette has run out of primary spell slots, and their background gives them an extra spell because the game does that sometimes. Cool, so we're still in the race. Wait, speaking of the race, everyone who rolled a 1 on initiative is still alive. So that's what that omen meant. But that does change when Star Wars takes a double stab at 100 punches man and takes out exactly all of his 9 hit points. Oh my god, okay, weirdly, the barbarian just died. On his turn, he takes 5 fire damage from the Searing Smite, which is all we had left, and you can't reduce that with rage. That's awesome, I like that. Pearl, you have a lot of hit points, kill something. He can't really close any gaps this turn, but he does have a spear on his back, so we'll use it. He's gonna scoot 20 feet, huck it, and holy shit, that worked. Ladies and gentlemen, we've killed Star Wars. At this point, Pearl is just gonna bull rush Smurfette as we pass the turn back to Skepticus. Enraged by a foe using familiar Promethean fire, also with no ranged weapons or cantrips of any kind, he's just gonna have to kinda run at Smurfette. And with our bonus action, we can prepare some longsword fire while he's at it. And we made it to round 3. Smurfette, who is an acolyte for some reason, has a free slot for the spell Inflict Wounds because of the initiate thing. That's weirdly convenient. Smurfette, touch this man. Skepticus manages to fail the Constitution saving throw, taking fucking 11 damage. What the hell? He's down. He's done. Damn it. I guess with the 2 of them left, she's gonna just start running around the arena. That's probably gonna be annoying, but that's the best option. Oh, never mind. She couldn't make a big enough gap this turn. Pearl, bring it home. She's out of good spells. Okay, yeah, perfect. Just go ahead and crit. Now. Of all times. Well, that's a dead Smurf.
Don't tell anyone I killed a Smurf.
and victory for fighters around the world. Also, honorable mention, the skeleton familiar is still here. He showed up as a PNG and survived without doing anything. I was actually really rooting for the paladin there for a minute. Those background magic initiate spells do go pretty crazy. Also, I don't think anyone even attacked Pearl or his AC of 17. So, what did we learn here today? That's right, nothing. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.